Hello. Today I'm just going to do a quick short stretch class, sort of a stretch and relax, go through all the muscles within the body. But I please need to ask you, before you do this kind of class, you need to make sure that your body is nice and warm. You've stretched out your muscles, you've sort of lubricated all your joints, because if you start stretching with cold muscles and cold joints, we can actually tear them. So please make sure you've done at least 5 to 10 minutes warm up, a nice walk around the block, climb up and down the stairs, just anything. So without further ado, let's get started. So we're going to sit down on our mats or the floor and find a suitable position for yourself to sit in. I prefer cross legs. If you prefer not, you can come forward or with your legs forward. Doesn't really matter. So we're going to start off just by mobilising the spine a little bit. So I want you to find your sit bones, sit them down into the ground, and then just think about lifting up your spine, relaxing into your shoulders, relaxing into your neck, and feeling the crown of your head being lifted towards the ceiling. Then you're going to take your left hand down to the ground. Take your right hand on the outside of your neck or your head. So hold on to your ear and just pull down. I want you to feel a stretch just from tip of your shoulder up to your ear. It's a little stretch. Now we're going to switch sides. Reach over and pull down. So we're not yanking the head. We've got a nice calm approach. Breathing in through the nose and then out through the nose. Right, we're going to do that again. Nice big stretch across. And the other side. So we're going to enhance this slightly. We're going to take the left hand down to the floor. I'm going to reach the right arm up and then curve the body over just a little bit, pushing your sit bones down into the ground and keeping a nice relaxed arm. Thinking about lifting your rib cage and your armpits. Just stretching through the side of the waist, opening up through the rib cage, and a slight opening of your spine. Now we go to the other side. Just reaching over. Now think about curving. Just releasing, relaxing. And this time we can take both arms up. Place the hands together, then turn your palms upwards. I want you not to lift, but to relax. So your shoulders are melting, your spine is lifted, and the crown of the head is forward. Now I'm going to bring your arms forward and twist your palms so they face you, and then your chin comes to your chest. Feeling the shoulder blades open, then rise and open. Let's do that again. Arms lift, clasp, turn, lifting up through your spine, and then come forward to relax into the top of your spine. And then open. So left hand down, reach over. A bit further this time, keeping your sit bones down. Hips pushing down, now left, reaching over. Now both arms rise, clasp, push, chin to chest, shoulder blades apart, and then open. Now we'll do that one more time, left hand down, right arm over. Just mobilising the spine nice and gently. Other side, breath out. Nice relaxed breaths. And down. Both arms rise, clasp, press. Bring the eye gaze forward so we're not looking up and stretching too far. Come forward, keep those elbows soft, feel the shoulder blades pull apart. And then open. Okay, we're going to get into some stretches within the hips. So we want to just gently come on up onto our knees. So you're going to take your right leg forward And just check the knee and ankle line up. And then you're going to take your back leg and slide it down. So that way we're rotating through the hip and opening up here. Now you can stay up here, or if you're a little bit more flexible, you want to come a little bit further down. That's fine. So we're feeling that stretch right here into the hip. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to enhance that, but you can stay here if it's right for you. I'm going to bring my hand on the inside, and then I'm going to turn my toes out, and then my knee presses out. So with that knee pressing out, we can feel that stretch open up into the groin area and a little bit of the inner thigh. So I'm going to enhance this again. I'm going to turn my heel out and toe out a bit more, and then I'm going to drop down. Now, if dropping down to the elbows is not for you, that's fine. You stay back up, you keep it in, and you hold here. Okay. So I want you to open up a little bit more. Can you take the breath into the body? And then breathe out and relax. Nice, beautiful feel. So after we've stretched open our hip, we're going to walk the hands back in, bring that foot in, and then we're going to just gently pull back. Now hands can rest on the floor, up onto your thigh or onto your hips. So we've got a straight leg and we've got the toes down at the moment. It's all about stretching the top part of your hamstring. So I want you to relax your shoulders. There's so many people that hunch. We want to relax and feel so good about ourselves. So that beautiful stretch right into the back of the leg. Then what I want you to do is we're going to sit our butt back and the toes lift. So now we're taking that stretch a little bit further down into the hamstring. So pull your toes right up. Beautiful stretch, isn't it? Oh, is it stopped? No, it hasn't stopped. I thought it stopped then. I was just about to swear and curse, but I won't. There's a notification coming through. I've had to use my phone now because whereas my iPad has just lost every bit of memory it's had. So this foot, we're going to bring it in towards the knee, then lift ourselves up and bring our body weight forward. You've got to keep that heel pushing down. So we're getting a stretch into the lower part of your calf called the soleus. So by pressing down, can you feel that opening in the back of the leg? Right at the lower part of your calf. We always think about stretching our calves by just pushing back with our heel, but that stretches the top part of the calf. And we don't tend to get into the lower part, and they tend to have the struggles. That's where our Achilles is sort of stretched, and that's what we need to do. Now we get into the other part. Now we push our heel back and just stay here. We'll add an extra calf stretch in a little bit as well. I've got something for you. It's a great move. So once you're feeling that stretch, I want you to really bring your body weight towards your heel. So you're pushing backwards, feeling that stretch into the top of your calf. Beautiful, isn't it? Now we're going to bring that knee in. Stand up or kneel up, and then the left leg forward. And again, just check the knee lines up with the ankle. That way we've got ankle and knee stability. Then we slide back as far as we can. So opening up into the hip. And again, you can stay up here if that's perfectly fine for you. I prefer going low. I think because I've only got short arms, I can go lower. I've actually had my arms measured. They are actually shorter than the average. And then again, so are my legs. So, okay. So again, toe out, knee pushes. So getting that groin and inner thigh stretch. You feel the body just open that little bit more. It's very, Opening up our hips and opening up our pelvis really does help our spine. So by doing that, I'm going to go wider and lower. And again, you don't have to do this. Everyone's mobility, everyone's flexibility is all different. If you want to gain more flexibility, try yoga. Just saying. There we go. Now I want you to really push down. Ignore the voice in the background. That is Mark. He is working in the room next door to me. So he's got quite a loud voice as well, which doesn't help. I should have put music on. But hey. Okay. And in. Obviously you can hold these stretches for a lot longer. Pull back. Toe down. Hands to floor. Or hands to thigh or hip. As long as you're feeling that stretch, that's what counts. Again, nice, calm, natural breaths. And we're going to gently just sit back, pulling the toes up, pushing the toes to the ceiling. Can you feel that? It's an amazing stretch, isn't it? It's beautiful. Okay, once we've got that opening and that feeling of the elasticity within our muscles just opening up, we come into the Solaya. So bringing the foot towards the knee, heel down, and then body weight forward. So we should feel that stretch deeper into the calf. So our calves get used a lot. We use them to walk, we use them to climb the stairs, we use them to go running. All the exercises that we do, even in body pump, we use our calves in our squats, our lunges, and in the heel lift when we come to do backtrack and stuff like that, because we can add that calf lift. Okay, so we're going to step that leg back, push the heel away, and stretch into your calf. So we're going to add a move to this in a minute. Again, push your weight towards your heel. Dig down. Okay, so from here, we're going to take our hands and make sure they're about shoulder distance. We're going to keep that foot back, but just bring it in a tad, and then lift up into downward facing dog. So it doesn't have to be a proper down dog, but I want you to try and drive your heels down. So you want to lift your hips up onto the toes, and then sit back down, pressing the heels down. Just try it a few times. Just lift, body weight up, and then down. So we're working into those beautiful stretched calves as well. So here's the one that I love. It's that walking stretch. So pressing your heels down into the mat, feeling like the body's walking on your mat. That's it. Now drive the heels a little deeper. Keep using that beautiful natural breath. There we go. Just drive down and down. Keep your belly in really tight and try and get your hips to rise. So we're going to do another 8, 7. Now again, we're going to rise up on our toes. So lift and then press back down. Now hold this one just that little bit more. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Now can you relax your shoulders, allow your head to hang? Apologies for my top and my hair. Now walk your hands towards your feet. And if you can, place your hands to floor. If not, place your hands onto your shins. You're still going to get a stretch into the back of the legs, but you want to do it with a straight leg. We're going to try and relax the shoulders, just so we can feel that stretch go into the legs rather than into our back. We're going to walk the hands all the way up the body and rise. Now, we're going to come back down onto the floor, so bend the knees, bring yourself down. Then I want you to lie onto your back. I'm going to go slightly at an angle. I'm going to take my arms wide. I'm going to bring my knees up so they're in line with my hips. I'm going to brace my belly tight. So we're going to take your right leg up into the air and then rotate it over to the left side. And you can take your left hand on the outside of your leg and pull it down, but keeping your left shoulder, your right shoulder even down on the ground. Now if keeping that straight leg is just that little bit too much on your back, bend your knee, keep your knees together, your hips stacked. But if you can, roll over, feel that stretch. So it enhances the lower back and it gives you a little bit of a stretch in the top of the glute. Nice and relaxed, nice and calm. And again, don't yank that leg down. We want to relax. Every stretch move comes from a relaxed place. Calm breaths. Now knees together, roll back to center. Just readjust. Take the left leg up. Rotate it over. And again, hand on top of the leg if you can. Or knees together. And then open it up. So I want you to start to feel your spine enhance. Feel the body. Experiment by opening up each vertebrae. So from here we are going to add rotation and flexibility within our spine. So what I want you to do now is bring the knees back to center. Hug them in, give them a little release and then roll yourself up. So we're going to lengthen out our legs, but I want you to get them at least hip distance apart or wider. I want you to find your sit bones, push them down into the mat and then feel the body lift. Now we want the toes up because then we get a beautiful stretch into our legs. I'm going to take a breath in and I'm going to tilt forward from our hip and go down as far as you can. So let your arms relax. Bring the crown of your head forward and the chest comes down rather than the head. So again, if you want to go wider, so you can go deeper, that's fine. It's all about letting your body go down to where it feels natural for you. If you want to bring your feet completely in and go down, it's up to you. We're going just with that little wider feel because it helps us go that little bit further. So I'll show you from the side angle. So this is what most people do. They hunch over their legs and then they think they can get down a little deeper. So with those sit bones down, body lifted, we're going to come forward as one. So the body tilts. So don't worry about how far you can go. That is not the case. It's all about where you're finding that stretch, where you're letting your body go to. Bring the crown of the head forward. See if you can take that breath in, breath out, and push yourself down that little bit deeper. When you're ready, just slowly roll up. And we're going to take a beautiful lift. Still with the toes up, I'm going to turn back to the front so you stay where you are. We're lifted. Can you feel your shoulders wanting to lift your ears? Try and relax them down. Feel the stretch into your arms. And we're going to take that breath out and we're going to come forward one more time. All the way down, all the way down. Hands relaxed. Toes still up. You feel you can go that little bit deeper? Yes. Bringing your chest forward and down. So we're going to hold it for another 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then curl back up. Okay, you're going to bend your knees. Just bring them in. Release them out. So we're going to stretch into the side of our waist. We're going to take our left foot into our groin and our right leg wide. Then we're going to turn. So we then square arm. Toes flex right up. So we're going to come down towards this side, but we're going to keep our body facing the center. So we should be chest facing over our calf, our toes and our heel. We're going to take our hand either onto our thigh, calf or onto the floor. Keep the body rotated and then reach over. The stretching your fingers down towards your toes. Now it's not about connecting. Remember, this is about stretching. Again, nice, calm, natural breaths. Try not to let your elbow and your shoulder rotate forward. You're going to keep them up and over. Then we release. And we switch sides. Again, think about turning, pulling, lifting. Keeping that body square, we reach over. So we don't want to let the hip lift. We want to keep that down on the ground. And keep that bottom shoulder from rotating behind you. Keep it forward. Keep this one back. Just reach. It's a beautiful feeling, isn't it? Now we're going to gently release and bring the feet together. So again, keeping those sit bones down, I want you to find that place. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep our hands on the floor, and with our feet together we're going to lift up, squeezing into the butt and bringing ourselves onto the side of our feet. Now you will find your heels try to lift. That is perfectly fine. Now just gently release and then come forward. Hands rest upon the toes. We just drive the body down. Bring the crown of the head forward. Try not to pull yourself down by anchoring. Here's stretch. Comes from a place of control, but of softness. Okay, let's release. Hands back to floor. And we lift again. Opening up into the hips. Feeling that stretch. Squeeze the butt. Control the move. And then the head will fling back a bit. As long as it's under control, that's fine. We come back down. Hands forward. And come forward. Elbows can go in. Or with me, wider. I prefer that wider feel. And again, crown of the head. Bring it forward. Lengthen your spine. When you're ready, open up and lengthen both legs. Toes up. Let me take the arms wide and we're just going to twist to the left side. Back to center and twist to the other side. Back to center and twist. Back to center and twist. Yeah, just a couple more. Can you reach around a little bit more? And last one. You feel that? Yes. Brilliant, isn't it? Spinal rotation. Okay, now we're going to just bend the knees. come up into a tabletop position. So knees underneath hips, hands underneath shoulders. And I want you to pull your belly in as tight as you can, arch your back to the ceiling. So your chin connects with your chest. And then release to the completely opposite way. So we're then arching the back to the ceiling, lifting our butt into the air. Don't see if you can bring your shoulder blades together. Now, arch back up, breath out, and then release with a breath in. Shoulder blades together. Okay, now we're going to open up the knees and sit back into child's pose. But from here, we're going to reach forward with our left and scoop our right arm underneath and bring our body weight towards the arm. Just sitting back into your heels will stretch out into your lower back. And we're going to release it and take the arm wide and then bring the body down. Now scoop that right arm forward and release your left underneath. Drop down. You can relax your head to the floor. Now open it wide and pull your body down. Bring the hand in, walk yourself up, bring your knees in, and bring yourself back into your seated position. So this time I'm just going to turn to the side. We're going to think about opening up the chest. So we're going to start off with a couple of different ways. We're going to take the hands to the outside and behind our butt, and then just lean back, controlled manner, chest, and then don't flick your head back, just relax it, pushing the chest out. So if you find that touching the floor is just that little bit too much, place your hands into your lower back, bring your elbows behind you, and just open up a bit more. So you want a variation of the two. Clasp your hands together and then pull back and down. So we're going to stay seated, and I want everyone with their hands clasped together. Now from here we're going to lift the arms and then just fold forward. Just a little release, and then we're going to release completely. Now we're going to do this standing because this is an amazing stretch for releasing your shoulders. So gently stand yourself up, and I'll turn to the side. We're going to take our feet at least hip distance or wider depending on your flexibility. You're going to take a breath in, and with a breath out we come forward. The body melts down, but the arms lift. The higher your arms go, the more relaxed they're going to start to feel. And then your head can just flop over your head. Again, nice, calm, natural breaths. Nice, calm, natural breaths. So stay where you are. So we're going to keep our feet where they are. We're going to release our right hand down to the centre of those feet and then keep the left arm up. Now don't let your hips push out. Reach that hand up. Then gently replace the right hand with the left and take that arm up. That's it. Bring the body weight towards the toes, but keeping the heels down. And then replace the hand. Then bring yourself down onto the floor. This time, we're going to come down onto our tummies. So we're going to go into a quad stretch. So we're going to do it lying down. So we're going to relax our head into our left arm, reach round towards the ankle, the foot, or even your clothing, and then just press your hips into the floor, and then try and push your foot away from your butt. So you're pushing it into your hand, driving the hip deeper and deeper into the ground. I'm going to release out of there, grab hold and push down. So into the other side. And again, make sure you've elongated the leg by making sure you lift it before you place back down. And push the hip down into the mat. And press the foot into your hand. Or if you haven't got a band, you've got your band, push it into that. Now from here, hands to floor. Open up your knees as wide as you can. We're coming into child's pose. And we're taking the hands and we're going to bring them behind us. And just relax the arms down and then turn your head so it just relaxes. It's weird how you think babies can sleep like this, but it's true. A few more seconds. Releasing into your spine and your breath. And hands to floor, lift yourself up. Roll yourself over for the last bit. We're going to place the soles of the feet together and we're just going to lie ourselves down. And we want our arms wide with our palms up. I want you to feel how this opens up your hips. So have a little wiggle, have a little release. Great feeling. And again, that breath is calm and natural. And what I want you to do in a few seconds is find a position that you feel comfortable lying in. So whether that's extending one leg, or both legs long, or it's a 3-day turnaround according to Mark, or with me, feet onto the floor, knees bent, but arms relaxed. So I want you to close your eyes and find your body into that place that you feel comfortable and happy. And with your eyes closed, we're just going to focus on our breath and our body. This will take another couple of minutes. So what I want you to do is concentrate on your breath. Take a beautiful breath in through the nose, then a slow exhalation out through the nose. And again, breath in, then breath out. So when the body's feeling calm, we're just going to concentrate on the toes. I'm going to relax, soften. And that softness moves into the balls and the arches of your feet, and then into heels. Your ankles feel floppy and relaxed, and your calves feel like they're melting down. Take a deeper breath in just here. Grab hold of the tension in your knees and exhale and push that out. And we move up into the calves, the knees, now into the quads and hamstrings. Huge, heavy part of our body. It's going to take a little longer to relax. helps if you spread your hips wide. Just feeling the body go deeper and deeper. I want you to soften into your glutes as your hips spread wider. Feeling the body open. Be susceptible to breath and to relaxation. And we're going to slowly work up through our vertebrae, starting down at the coccyx, working into the lumbar area, feeling the spine just sinking down. Then as we come a little bit further up, we're feeling our rib cage. That should rise and fall with every deep, nourishing breath that you're taking into your body. And you feel the expansion. Use that next inhalation to fill your lungs up. Then exhalation, relax. And feel your spine just go that little bit deeper. And we're going to heading up past the ribs, past the heart, and down into the shoulders. Huge amount of tension we hold in these areas. So I want you to take a big, big, big breath in. And slowly exhale and allow your shoulders to melt down. With your palms upwards, that should help. Go down into your biceps and triceps, into your elbows, forearms, hands and fingers. Arms pushing down deeper and deeper. Now from shoulders to neck, relaxed, calm. Then your head feels heavy. Allow your eyes to sink, your tongue to relax, and your breath to become calmer. Now just take this last minute, using your breath, allow your mind to be taken away to your happy place. Now I want you to gently wriggle your fingers and your toes, just to slowly reawaken the body. Keeping your eyes closed, take that into your hands and your feet. Into your legs and your arms. And then just draw your knees into your chest and give yourself an amazing hug. Then massage your back into the mat. And when you're ready, drop your knees to the left side. Push your hands to the floor and then gently sit yourself up. And when you're ready, open your eyes. And take a few fundamental deeper breaths into the body just to reawaken properly. Breath in. And down through the center, out. Big, big. And the last one. Breath in, hands together. Bring them down through to heart center. And we're done. Well done.